This is other places, and we have Niagara Falls right here. The amazing thing is that these dots are on a straight line a little bit above the black line, but parallel. UFO and two crop circles, is there any relationships? Is there any message that they want to send us? I don't know. You figure it out. So I'm just giving you the clues. Okay, so this is the Utah Triangle. And these are the areas. And these are the circles. So far, I just came up with a circle. I did some studies, but I'm not showing you the triangles right now because I have to give you evidences, physical. Okay? And this is Sha'Z mystic lines and areas in United States. These are the names: Bridgewater Triangle, New York Triangle, Lake Michigan Triangle, Iowa Triangle, Nebraska Triangle, Utah Triangle, and Nevada Triangle. Now, what happened to Stephen Kubacki? Anybody heard about this person? He disappeared. This is the strange story I'm going to tell you quickly. So this guy is 23 years old. He's a student. He goes to school. He comes back. He likes to ski. He goes to Lake Michigan. He is skiing, okay? And he goes, he walks towards the lake. And that's it. That's all we know. He doesn't come back home. The father gets actually frustrated. Telephones, police, helicopters, dogs, everybody goes to look for this person, not just one day, weeks. No sign. The only thing they found, the footprints and some personal item. What happened? Months passed. They declared deceased. They went through the ceremony. Everybody's crying, screaming. I'm just putting you in the scenario. And that's it. After a few months, everybody forgets about him. So now let's go back to the boy's story. He suddenly wakes up on a grass in a park somewhere. He doesn't know where he is. The only thing he knows is that he was skiing a minute before. And he doesn't know where he is. He asks, it's in another city. This is where it disappeared. This is where it appeared. Massachusetts. Figures out that it's near his father's house. He goes to his father's house. He knocks the door. Father is over there. Hi, Dad. Don't worry, I'm not going to disappear, okay? All right, now let's look at this. That's near Bridgewater Triangle. So now, this is the only thing they know. He's safe and sound. He has some items. He doesn't know what it belongs to. And when he asks, where am I? And he finds out that it has been 440 days passing. And he didn't know what happened in the 440 days. Nobody knew. And that's 660 miles away. Now, what happened to me when I read this? Oh, 660, 440, they're numbers. I have locations, and now, here I get excited. Okay, let's go, let's figure out if I can find something. So I started putting things together. This is the line, and the first thing that disappointed me is that it has nothing to do with those lines. And then I put this line, nothing, but then something popped up. The distance are the same. You see that? And the intersection is exactly there, near Niagara Falls. That's a natural location. And then I put the center, and guess what that center is? New York Triangle. Exactly the same location. I didn't disappear him. That's New York Triangle. You see, now I'm solving, I'm giving solutions, I'm giving answers, and these are all scientific. You can go home and do the same measurement, it's the same. But guess what? The distance between the center to the other centers are the same. They are, both of them, 400 miles, approximately, very close to that, a little bit 1 mile here and there. So look at the numbers, look at the shapes. And interestingly, this line is almost parallel with the equator. It's a straight line. Another thing, moon latitude. When moon was, when it disappeared, moon was somewhere, and sun was somewhere else, right? Look at the latitudes of sun and moon. They're reversed. Now look at their other numbers. How you feel? So sun, moon, latitude locations, Lake Michigan Triangle, Bridgewater Triangle, these are all related to each other. That's why incidences are happening in these locations. So far, what you know is these are the relationships. I know a little bit more, but that's what I'm revealing one by one. So, anything else? What's the relationship between sun and moon? Eclipse. Who saw the eclipse last year? Okay, 2004. That was April 8. Remember the numbers? And this is what happened. The moon, the shadow of the moon on Earth's surface passed this way. Ready to be surprised? That's the line. You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is mystery solved, a portion of it at least. So this guy didn't just disappear randomly, and he cannot swear to God, besides swearing to God that, hey, 1 minute ago I was there, this blah, 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 all these talks now goes away. Now science comes in. So thanks for the technology and for the science that helped us to figure out what's going on. So next time if you disappear, don't look at that person over there. You might find it 660 miles away. So you have to look elsewhere. So the airplane, the Flight 19 that they disappeared, that they looked for it, and the guy reports that, hey, I don't know where I am, but it looks like these islands underneath me are in the southern part of Florida. He might be right. Now we find out he might be right. The airplane, Malaysia airplane disappeared, and we don't have anything. He's somewhere else, which I have about I think about 200 pages written about that, and it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I don't want to give you any clues now because it buzzes your mind. But just let you know that there's an earthquake happened underneath that. Have that in mind. What has it to do with that? Anyways, these are things that are happening and very, very fascinating and exciting. Yes, these are my books. Now let's go to my second book quickly. I'm going to just show you a first section of it. What is Sha'Z Square? Where is it? So this is where we are in America, Las Vegas. If you go exactly straight, we come up with this side in the Middle East, and they built ziggurats there. So these are the groups of ziggurats. Thousands of years ago they built it. They didn't build it yesterday. And this group here, the toppest one is Dur, and the lowest one is Ur. Look at the shape of the ziggurats, okay? And they look the same. These are in Iraq. And there's another one here, which I'm going to talk about, which is in Iran. Now, this is a ziggurat of Dur. It's square. I didn't make it. It was 1,400 years ago, BC. That's 2,400 years ago, sorry. And it's a square, but it has stairs in front of it. You see the stairs? Okay? In those times, they didn't have any post signs. Hey, go this way, go that way. Probably they used stairs to show the direction. So if I continue that, which I did, I reached to the ziggurat of Ur, and that's 2000 BC. Wow. So first they built the ziggurat of Ur, then the ziggurat of Dur, that's the stairs directing this way, right? How about the stairs in front of this? Anybody wants to know? Okay, so I put it here, organized. I follow the stairs, and I come to Iran. Then I reach to another ziggurat. Ziggurat of Jagazambil is in Iran. I think many Persians know about this. It's one of the most important, actually, ziggurats there because the way they constructed this is weird. Still, they're looking to find out what's going on, how they came up with this design. Okay, anyways, it's square into square into square. I don't have the largest square. But then I put this aside. I said, okay, I found 3 of them. There's no stairs here. Is that the end part? But this was built before. This is 2000 BC. This is 1250 BC. So I said, okay. Then I looked at the distances. So I said, okay, it might be a right triangle, or it might be another shape, right? So I looked at the square, and I found out that if I continue this, I'll come up with a square, and that is Taq-e. It's a place that the king ordered to carve on the rock something very special over there. We have mountains all over Iran. Why there? That's 480. It looks like they figured out something. So then I put them together like this, and I drew the lines. It looked weird, right? You're welcome. This is not just the structure is square, but when you connect them, they also are squares. Okay? And that's the square over there. Now here comes the exciting part. Okay, the distance of Taq-Bustan to Giza is the same as to Kaaba. And the angles towards the north are mirrored. I found out later, it's not here, it's in the book. There are other things over there, interestingly. So I looked at the area. The thing that I like about all these ancient structures is the Sphinx. It's very, very sophisticated. It's very complex, okay? So, and also Kaaba. The only thing we know is Kaaba was rebuilt by Abraham. But there are documents that show it was built before. It goes back to the Egyptians, and that's it. So Kaaba is important, Giza important, but I'm going to give you quickly something about Kaaba, is that you see the square here? The shape of the square is the same as the shape of Kaaba when you look from the top. Identical. So Kaaba is not built north, south, east, west. It's tilted a little bit. The same way as Sha'Z Square is tilted, the same way as the other ziggurats are tilted. Accidental? We don't know. Also, another thing, bonus, the diameters of the Giza pyramids, if you drew the diameter, if you continue, it goes around the world, right? It passes through Kaaba. Why? There are other things like that. So this is the Sha'Z Square, SS, and that's where it is. That's the Sphinx, and that's Kaaba. Does anybody know anything else than that? No. I'm going to reveal something as a bonus today. It's not in my books, but if you read my books, you see a lot more details and a lot more in the other side. Now I want to merge these two together. It's in the other book. This I'm writing, and I said, you know what, let me just bring it out today. You guys spent a lot of time to come here from far or near places, and this is Saturday. You guys had a lot of things to do. Right now you want to go, you have a lot of things to do, but something is keeping you here. Okay, let me help you with that at least. This is what I can give you. Ready for this? Okay. Let's turn this area, go around for just 90 degrees. Precisely, not more, not less. Okay, when I go that side, guess where I land? In Atlantic Ocean. And this is where it is. This is Sha'Z lines and areas. When you connect them, it reaches exactly to Taq-Bustan where the king ordered. Again, you're welcome. Okay, let's continue. This distance is 800 miles, and precisely if you split it, it's 400 miles, which is the same as the other 400 miles. And this is the Bermuda Triangle. So I said, you know what, although this shape is my shape, this is what I came up, not by my interest, just go over there. No, I put a lot of natural special places. And I put the dots together, and it revealed this map that this is the specific area. I'm not talking about the incidents. I'm just talking about the shape of it. And I came up with the exact coordinates of these places. Amazing. So, and that is the center of this triangle. Now, let me show you some fascinating things. Look at the mathematics, okay? If you continue this border, it passes exactly through the center and reaches to exactly this corner. Interesting, huh? Another one. The center of the Bermuda Triangle, if you connect it to Taq-Bustan, it passes exactly through the Sphinx. The distance are the same. Why? Because if you draw a circle, it actually shows there that it goes through this Ur, okay? And guess what? This is also Kaaba. Who knew that? There are a lot of Muslims here. There are a lot of other religions. Religions are in the Middle East. Nobody knew about this all these years. Anyways, another thing is that this is 800 miles, right? This section is approximately 400 miles. So this border is not just drawn randomly. Okay? There are more in here, but I think I'm going to move. But I'm going to come back and give you another thing later. I think I have time. Now, let's continue, go another 90. So now I'm going to go 180 degrees away from where it is, just exactly across the globe, okay? This is where it is. Ready for a goosebump? This is Sha'Z areas. How about this? Nobody knew about this. So you see how these lines are related? And if you continue the center, this black, to my surprise, it didn't go through the center or even Taq-e, but it reaches exactly to the center of this line, just the middle part of it. Okay? And if you draw a circle here, the circle passes from the center, from this side, from the other side, passes to Hawaii. Hawaii is a strange island. It has the largest active volcano. It also has one of the tallest mountains above the ocean. But if you measure the mountain from the seafloor, this mountain is even higher than the Mount Everest. So it's this very special place, right? Ready for this? If you continue the black line, guess what? It reaches the area that Emily Earhart disappeared. She disappeared in July 2nd. These are incidences that are not just regular. She is a very, very important person. She was the first lady that traveled all around the world. It's not easy to do that. Not even it's hard to do it today. What about that time? Now let's wrap these things up with another comparison. Roswell UFO incident. July 2nd, same day. This UFO in the United States crashed. I don't worry about if it's man-made or extraterrestrials. I don't worry about that. That's not my concern here. It's the time. Later, you will see the locations are also interested. And the moon's illumination is the same. Both of them, the moon's illumination was 45 degrees, percent. Isn't that amazing? Now, look at the lines. The southern part reaches exactly to Ur. And this is why I like this Lake Michigan triangle, because look at the distance from the Lake Michigan triangle. Just look at it. By looking at it, you can see the relationships easily. And then you see all these things are happening. Look at this crop circle. Happened. This is another crop circle in Lake Michigan triangle. Look at the circle into circle. Look at the shape of it. It wasn't just random. They're giving us a message, believe me. There are more, but I'm just showing a few of them. Now, the areas, the circle, the size of the circle matches with this circle. You saw that? And here comes the Bermuda Triangle. I'm going to give you some goosebumps. I told you that I'm going to talk a little bit about this Alaska Triangle. There is Alaska Triangle up there on that circle. And it has that circle. And here's the relationship. Both circles are identical. The size of the Bermuda Triangle, the circle is the same as the size of the Alaska Triangle. Who knew that? Okay, another thing. This border, the length of this border is the same as the length of that border. That's weird. A lot of people disappeared in that area. Okay? And now this is the same as this distance. It's the same as this distance. And it's the same as this distance. Who knows what happened here? Any idea? Good job. Titanic.
Where is that Titanic?
The Titanic happened
No
there,
way.
same distances.
Oh my God.
Okay? But this is a long time ago, right? Recently, we have another incident. Titan happened last year. Is the relationship between the locations? Let's go. Both happened.
Titan was American or Russian?
I don't know. Anyways, look at this. Both of them are related to sun. One of them at midnight, one of them at noon. Here comes the sun again. I need to capture him. Okay, and look at the lunar information. Both of them happened when it was almost new moon. So I demonstrated a little bit of the research I've done. These are just a few of them that I was showing you, but there are some pictures here that I never talked about it because I deleted them. Okay, sorry. Are these relationships random? Now, let's look at this. This is the final. Remember these things I talked about? Now you understand the relationships between them? Make it easy, right? Again, we are part of nature, and our mysteries are related. And these are the last slides. So this is my books, both of them. And so as you noticed, something around 35 years I'm working on these from the beginning, which I didn't know what's going on, and now it's on. My apologies that I could not fit everything into a couple hours. Sorry about that. But I used a lot of disciplines. And I needed to have these technologies. I went data science, I went mathematical and geometry, I studied earth science, astrology, planets, sun, all those things. Thank you. But now I want to, two more things I want to say, that's it. So I came up with a problem. The problem is that there's no one discipline can combine these things together. So I didn't know what to do. I went to university. I talked with this university, that university. And they say, no, we need to put a campaign, put this on, and it's difficult, blah, 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 blah. We don't know what to do. We don't have anything for this, things like that. So I said, you know what? I have to create my own discipline. So I created this, Mysteriology. So it's the study or investigation of unexplained phenomena, enigmatic events, and unsolved mysteries. And it only has 3 members. First one is me. My daughter is the second one. And my doctor, my friend, my Dr. Kamran is another one. And we're looking for other, actually, students or somebody who care about this. So I want to say just 2 sentences. One, thank you for coming here. Again, thank you for Mr. Farman to put this event. It's difficult to bring all these people, same-minded people, curious people here. But at the end, I want to thank myself. I want to thank me for being so curious and challenging with all these problems that I have in my life. And I want to thank you who supported me. Have a wonderful day.